everybody, it is Amy, your Scentsy director again. Excuse the way I look. I'm kind of in my pajamas ready for bed. So we are going to go over the incentive trip stuff. So exciting. All right, well, first of all, you see this. And I'm not sure why the first page printed wrong, but that doesn't matter because it doesn't have that much important information on it. So if you have not already done this, what you immediately need to do is go to your workstation and then go to your resource tab and then go to Scentsy Family Events and go to this 2014 Scentsy Family Incentive document, and you need to print it off and get it ready, because you are going to use this for the next 6 months. You're going to refer to it. You're going to memorize it, because you are going to earn this trip. And this is how I do it. So you're going to print this off if you haven't already done so, but you probably already have done so because you're rock stars like that. And then you're going to read it in full. And then you're going to study it and figure out how you're going to earn this trip. So, but right now we're going to kind of go over it, and because some of you are new and haven't been through this before. So here's basically the gist of it. Starting August 1st was our incentive trip qualification. That is when it started, and it runs until January 31st, the end of the day. So we are in trip qualification period right now. So, and all of you are eligible. It doesn't matter if you just joined or if you've been a consultant for a long time, you can so earn this. So, we've already covered the qualification period. That's on this first page. It goes August 1st through January 31st. So, let's see. To earn the trip, for one, you need a total of 26,000 points. To earn the trip for two, you will need a total of 40,000 points. And the way I'm understanding it, because this year we have the levels, Greece, Atlantis in Bahamas, or St. Louis, the Scentsy Family Reunion. So the top 100 earners and their guests will earn the trip for Greece. And then the next 1,700 people, or the way I understand it, 1,700 people will earn Atlantis. And then I'm not quite sure on the number of the rest, but obviously if you have 26,000 points, you've earned a trip. What that will be will determine who picks other things, because the Greece and the Bahamas people that earn those could opt out and choose the reunion one. Because like me, for example, I want the Greece, but right now, it depends, but I think if I earned Bahamas, I might opt out and take the reunion. I don't know. It'll depend on when the dates of the trips are and all that stuff. So it's won't be for sure, but the higher the points, the more you're going to ensure that you get to go where you want to go. But if you want Greece, you got to be one of the top 100 earners. So, but if you earn 26,000 points, you've earned a trip and you're going. If you earn 40,000 points, you've earned the trip and you've earned a spot for a guest to go with you. So then we go to the very important page of points and how you get them. This is what I want you to read and study, and if you have questions after you've watched this video and after you've read this and studied it, we're going to do that Facebook event on Thursday night at 8:30 to answer any questions so you absolutely crystal clear understand how to get these points. But so basically there's different ways to earn points. You can earn points on your PRV. So my plan on the PRV points is to sell $2,000 all 6 months. So if I sell $2,000, or I should say when I sell $2,000 in August, I'm going to earn 3,000 points for August for my PRV points. So you see that there? Now, if let's say I only sold let's say I sold $50 in August, I won't earn any PRV points. You have to at least do 150. So if you sell between 150 and 499, you'll see you earn 250 points. So like, let's use that example. Let's say you're at $4.99 PRV. You're going to only earn $2.50. So this is where it's important to pay attention to those PRV points, because if you did $1 more and did 500 instead of 250 trip points, you get 500. So this little chart, well, let's see if you can see it. Sorry, trying to get it to show. This little chart is very important to pay attention to, and it's very important to pay attention to what your PRV is, because you don't want to miss the higher trip points by just a dollar or something. You could have ordered a light bulb. So you want to pay attention to that. And then here's the recruiting part. So if you add team members to your team, you can get points for that. So let's say the people have to join starting August 1st. It doesn't count on people that are already on your team. They have to join between the August 1st and January 31st, and then they must go certified before you get the points for them. So they must sell their first $1,000. So you as a sponsor are going to want to help them with their launch party, and you want to do that anyways because you want them to get off to a great start in their business. Plus, well, they'll get points for that too, but we'll get to that. So depending on how many, it's kind of tricky. So where some people get confused is because it says 1 certified in a month, 2 certified in a month, 3 or more certified in a month. So some people think, oh, I had 3 recruits in August, so I get 6,000 points for each of those. You don't get the points for the month they sign up. You get the points for the month they go certified and hit their 1,000 mark. So like example, let's say I have 2 people join this month and one of them goes certified this month. So I only had 1 person go certified, and when you're looking at this chart, this will make more sense to you. So I'm only going to get 3,500 points for that. And say my next one goes certified in September. That's another 3,500. But let's say they both waited, and or not waited because you don't want people to hold their orders or anything like that. But let's just say for whatever reason, they both went certified in the month of September. Well, then since I had 2 certify in September, I'm going to get, instead of 3,500 points for each of them, I'm going to get 5,000 points for each of them. So that's what that means there, and you want to pay attention to that. You get points if you promote. So those new recruits that are essentials, when they hit certified, they get 1,000 points for hitting certified. If you go to lead, you get 1,500. You get points for every time you promote. Now that doesn't count, like say you hit star and then you haven't hit it for a year or 6 months. You say you've been qualifying as lead and then you re-hit your star numbers. It only counts once. So whatever your title is, you have to change your title. And then go to the next page. You also get points if your frontline promotes. So if you're frontline, and when I say frontline, I mean the people you sponsor directly. So your frontline, you recruited them, you are their sponsor. If they promote to other levels, you also get points for that. Directors and above get points if people earn the trip, if they're frontline. It's based on frontline. It's set up to where you help your frontline, as it should be. New consultants, if you have, this is also kind of important. If somebody joins in August, they don't get extra bonus points. But if they join September through January, they get 2,000 extra trip points. Now, if they joined at the beginning of August, they're going to have time to get those points another way. So it's not a big deal. There's no reason to wait. But maybe if somebody's signing up the very last day of August, they may want to sign up September 1st. I don't know. Just make sure they know their options so they're not disappointed later. And then it just goes into all of the rules. So I'm not going to go over all those. I'm going to expect you guys to read this, and then any questions you have, we're going to go over on that event thing on the Facebook team page. So I'm looking here. It's really similar to how the other trips have been in the past. If you read this and study it, you're just not going to have any questions. This is printed and it will stay by my computer, and when I'm looking at my workstation and looking at things, this is what I'm going to be referring to. And then on the back of this, you don't see anything now because this is new, but if you look at my other ones that I've earned, there's going to be the points as I earn them. I'm going to be tallying them, totaling them up to have my total. There should probably be a trip tracker in your workstation that tracks the points for you, which is great, but I also track them myself, so if there's any conflict or anything, I can get with Scentsy and get that fixed. There never has been, but I'm just kind of a little detail oriented, so that's what I do with that. So but here the past couple years there's been a trip tracker in your workstation too, but I really encourage you to also keep track of the points because that keeps you focused on what you're doing and paying attention to what you're doing. So, and don't look long term on this. Don't look like, oh my gosh, I have to get 40,000 points. You want to set a plan and how you can do it, what you need to do each month in order to earn this trip. Like, for example, I have my plan, how I plan to earn this trip. It may change because things might not go the way I plan, and then I might have to change it up. But as of right now, this is my plan. After going through this, figuring the points. So PRV points, what I plan to do is sell $2,000 every single month from August through January. So I will max out the PRV points, and that'll give me a total of 18,000 points for the trip. I plan to add at least six new people to my team and to help them get certified. So what I plan to do is I plan that out of those 6, at least 2 of those are going to hit in the same month, because I've got some super rock stars signing up in August that are going to do their launch parties probably in September. So I'm guessing out of my 6 people, I'm hoping 2 of them go certified in September. If they do that, that's 5,000 apiece for those 2, so that's 10,000 more points for the trip. So that puts me at 28,000. So my other 4 people, I plan on them going certified at some point during the qualification period, but we're just going to figure low and just figure they all do it in different months. Who knows? So I'm only going to get 3,500 points for each of those, which gives me another 14,000 points. So for new team members, that gives me a total of 24,000 points. So that with my 18,000 PRV points gives me 42,000 points and the trip for 2. So now, because that's the minimum that's acceptable to me to earn. I want to earn the trip for 2. That is my plan, nothing less. Now, with that being said, I still want Greece. So I've got to probably do more than just the bare minimum on that. But with that being said, I figured a low, kind of sensible plan on how to do what I absolutely want to do. But some of these people might go certified. I might get more points on the recruiting. When you look at that, it'll make more sense to you. I might recruit more than 6 people. I might have some frontline promotions in there. I might promote in there. I may have other points in there that'll give me more points or change this as I go. But right now, this is my plan to sell 2,000 and to recruit these people and get them certified. And the plan may change as I go, but that's kind of how I do it. So I'm basically right now I'm planning each month, how am I going to sell 2,000 and how am I going to add these team members and how am I going to help them achieve certified status and help them with their goals. So that's how I plan to earn the trip for 2. Now, if you're a big recruiter, you don't need to sell 2,000 points to get those max PRV points. You can totally, if you're a good recruiter, good recruiters can earn the trip, bam, right off the bat. Because if you have, like, let's say, example, if you have 3 or more go certified in a month, that's 6,000 points a person. So, say you have 5 recruits and they all go certified in the same month. There's 35,000 points right there. You could do that in a month. So if you're a strong recruiter, that's the way to go, and just do your minimum 500. I mean, there's all sorts of different ways, but I can't stress enough that this is what you got to study and figure out what you can do each month and then make your plan and then work it and do it. So that's kind of the brief overview. I know I didn't cover it all in detail, but the main thing, print this off, read it, study it, get your questions ready, get your plan in place of how you're going to get those points, and don't give up, and don't give up at all. And then Thursday at 8:30, any questions you have about this, I'm going to be available on the team page, Facebook page, the event, and we will cover any questions, plans, brainstorming about this. All right, you guys have a great night. Night.